A sincere prayer is always answered. Pray for Bharat and the value systems that Bharat represents to be protected. Dharma Rakshana. Invoke a prayer for the entire world. May all beings everywhere experience fulfillment, happiness. Om loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. A yajna is done to invoke the devata. We have been looking at multiple dimensions of a yajna. Today let me present to you the architecture of reality described in our Shastra, in the Bharatiya Purana, in the Bharatiya literature, in the scientific texts and manuals of ancient India, which is very helpful to understand what we are doing right here, right now. To be able to interpret the benefits that we receive. Because without the big picture, it becomes difficult to decode why participate in such a yajna. What is a yajna? What does it mean? If that big picture is not understood, we are left with only a mechanical action, which is not good enough. We are left only with a sensory experience, immediate sensory experience. That's why the right knowledge becomes enabling. It helps us understand the context of our actions. Without that, only the actions are visible. The context is not visible. It is just like with young children, when we introduce. If they ask, where are we will tell we are in Hyderabad. Then from here we go somewhere else within Hyderabad. And they ask, where are we? If we say we are in Hyderabad, then they will be confused. But that was Hyderabad. Now also you are telling this is Hyderabad. Then we go outside Hyderabad. Where are we? We are in Telangana. Hyderabad is in Telangana. And Telangana is in India. Where is India? Here. We are in India. If we go somewhere else, where are we? In India. Then the child is confused. Because the larger context that is beyond the sensory experience is not visible yet. Only the immediate experience is visible. So it's called pratyaksha. Immediate experience. And the immediate experience can be happy, sad, any which way. That's why if we look at the valid sources of knowledge, it includes pratyaksha, which is immediate experience, upamana, which is comparative experience. With comparison, we understand a little deeper. Oh, I am like this, they are like this. In comparison, we get to understand ourselves deeper. Otherwise, we are left with just immediate experience. But in looking at others through relationship, we get to experience ourselves deeper. We start understanding ourselves slightly deeper. Anumana, inference, inferring, is a little more abstract. What is not there, that also can be inferred. Then agama, complete body of knowledge called science, which gives us a overall context. And as the context grows, the depth of what we experience now also it grows. It deepens. Otherwise, we are left only with the immediate sensory experience. Then all our lives we interpreted based on only immediate experience. For deeper inspiration and motivation, we need that larger context to situate our current experience. It is just like here we say the sun rises in the east. which is in our current experience, pratyaksha anubhava. But then we also understand through science that the sun is not rising and setting. It's the earth that is rotating. But the earth's rotation is not in our immediate experience. Our experience is not, we are doing chakkar. Along with earth's rotation, we are also moving. But it's not experienceable. Thankfully. Otherwise, how will it be now? Dangerous. Is it not so? Imagine the earth is rotating at such massive velocities. Along with it, if we are moving, how will we experience? How will our experience be? Thankfully, that is not in our immediate experience. Pratyaksha anubhava. And yet, through agama, through science, we understand that the earth is rotating. We understand through our jnana chakshu, the eye of knowledge. That gives us the context. Likewise, to be able to experience a yajna, experience the devata, it is not just immediate pratyaksha anubhava. It is this pratyaksha anubhava situated in a larger context that gives this experience itself meaning and purpose, a direction. Otherwise, the experience itself will seem like mechanical, just mechanical action. This deeper context is what provides meaning and purpose to our lives also. To whatever we do in our lives, if we don't invest in this deepening and broadening of the context, then each individual action seems incoherent. That means they're not connected. I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm doing that. Then we start getting a question, what am I doing? In sadhana, similarly, in spiritual experience also this is true. I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm doing this. What am I doing? We can get this question. To answer this question, we need to establish a deeper context, which is agama, which is not direct experience. And hence, we refer to our Puranas, Itihasas, Shastra, which gives us an architecture, a deeper architecture of this reality. The reality of the Devatas, reality of interaction with the Devatas, and so on. It is just like the state is managed by a chief minister. There are ministers. There are districts. There is a collector. But if we ask for, I don't see it. No, it is seen through the context of the governance structure itself, which is well established, which is not visible immediately to someone who is new to it. In the Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan Krishna clearly mentions Urdhva Moolam Adhash Shakham Ashwatham Prahurabhyayam Chandamsi Yasya Parnani Yastam Vedasa Vedavit. Urdhva Moolam. The roots of this reality are up there. The various activities that we perform, the knowledge for the various activities to be performed are given by the Veda mantras. Chandamsi, Chandas means the Veda is called Chandas because it is in metrical composition. It is chanted. And that gives various phala. You do this, as per this you will get that result. But how is it determined? The roots are up there. It is just like the governance structure. The whole of Telangana is administered by certain key offices from the capital and then distributed through various mechanisms. If that is not understood, we will spread out, search everywhere. But if the root is nurtured, the whole of the state is nurtured. Like a tree, if the root is nurtured, then all the mangoes are nurtured. The mangoes that are yet to come in the future. There is a clear architecture to it. It's not vague. Those who don't understand it might question, where is the mango? Why should I nurture it? When it is not visible, what are you talking about? Show me the mango. That is a lack of understanding of the reality. That's why that context becomes very useful. So, urdhva moolam, adha shakam. All the activities that we do here, a yajna means we are nurturing the roots, connecting with the devatas, who are responsible for the administration of this loka. It is not otherwise. Just like there is a governance structure, the voting process, the democratic process, all these nurture the governance roots, which helps in good governance. And this architecture is connected to deeper architectures. That is the Sapta Loka. You have the Bhuloka, which is this 3D reality, three-dimensional reality. Bhuva or Bhava Loka, which is the emotional or feelings or sentimental reality, that is electromagnetic in nature. You have the Suvarga, good frames of thought, patterns of thought. Thought means not what we think, much deeper patterns. It is in terms of patterns. That is a deeper electromagnetic reality. This is the Triloki. Bhur, Bhuva, Swa. Then comes Maha. Beyond this Triloki, beyond Suvarga, Maha. Janana is the fundamental architecture of these realities is defined in the Janana Loka. Tapa, beyond Janana. Satyam. These are the lokas with gradations of more and more refined, expansive frequencies. So the roots are up there. And well-defined architecture that gives the blueprint for this Bhuloka that we experience. Now when a Jivatma chooses to come to this Bhuloka, did you all choose to come here? No, sure? Or forgotten? Forgotten. The whole idea of sadhana is to remember. That's why going within. All the activities are to go within, to connect within, to understand who we are. Why did we choose to come here? We chose. Who is to decide why did we choose? Only you. You have that freedom. You have that Jivatma, that divine spark. And that choice need not be like fixed. It can be evolving choice. And gradually we acquire, as a Jivatma, we need to acquire appropriate suit to come to this Bhuloka. Come means, to project onto this Bhuloka. What are the suits? Anandamaya Kosha, Vijnanamaya Kosha. What is a Kosha? A suit. At different levels of refinement. Who are we? Pancha Kosha Tita. Beyond these suits, Vijnanamaya Kosha. Another suit we need. Manomaya Kosha. Manomaya Kosha is where your current prarabdha is determined. Pranamaya Kosha. Then Annamaya Kosha. Now a suit does not mean we should not imagine it to be a static suit. Right now our suits are static. But we have dynamic suits. Dynamic. Changing. And there are principles to it. For example, your body. If you maintain it properly, it will be healthy. Your mind. If you maintain it properly, it will be happy. Tripti. If you don't know how to maintain that suit, how will it be? We don't know. Random experience. So the Jivatma, as the Jivatma, we acquire these Pancha Kosha and experience this loka. Now, did we manufacture these suits? We did not manufacture. If we have to have this land, can we just come and sit here and occupy the land? That as part of colonization Europeans did. Now we cannot do. No? They went to America and occupied that land. They went to South America, occupied that land. They went to Australia, occupied that land. Went to Africa, claimed that land as theirs. They came to India and then occupied this land. All over the world, everyone gained independence. Imagine, America also gained independence. Celebrates Independence Day. We will not do that. In Hyderabad, can you do it? No, not good. So if we come here, you will see we will have to register with an authority. There is an office, authority. We will have to pay some tax, land tax, to the revenue department or this. There is an appropriate structure that governs this space. It is not otherwise. To someone who does not know this, it will seem very strange. How is it? It's my land, I have paid, why should I? No, there is a debt for administering the entirety. The same thing applies to the koshas. We acquire it, we did not manufacture it. No, we did not create it. It is like this mobile phone. We are users of the mobile phone. We did not manufacture or create it. It's high technology. And hence there is a Daiva Rina. Rina means a debt. That debt has to be paid. Paid with what currency? The Devas don't need our currency. It does not work that way. For example, when we acquire the Manomaya Kosha, what do the Devas want? That the Manomaya Kosha be returned in a positive state. What do they want? Let's say you are children. Your parents, what do they want of you? That you be happy. What do parents want of children? That they be happy. That's all parents want. You be healthy and happy. Do they want anything extra? No, fundamentally this is be healthy and happy. But it takes a lot to be healthy and happy. Not easy. How to be healthy, how to be happy? One will have to work towards it. But what do parents want? Be healthy and happy. That is the currency that the parents want of their children. It is real currency. Currency means not rupees, not dollars. Health and happiness is currency. That's what parents want. Like that, the Devatas want us to be happy, peaceful, harmonious, coexistent. So when we acquire the Manomaya Kosha, if we need to return it back, how do they want back the Kosha, the suit? Pure. Pure. Untarnished, unsullied. Pure. Same condition. Return back. Return policy is there. If you damage it, what will happen? Fine. And what is the fine? Repeat until you learn how to keep it pure. That's called Punarapi Jananam, Punarapi Maranam, Punarapi Janani, Jatare Shayanam. Cycle. Repeat until you perfect it. Perfect how, what? To be healthy and happy. How to maintain your Manomaya Kosha happy. So that you can return it back, because there is Rina. That's the debt. You will have to return it back in pure condition, just as you borrowed it. But if you don't know how to return it back in pure condition, don't worry, you are given any number of opportunities to learn how to maintain it pure. So how to maintain it pure? You need to infuse it with the right values, not degrading values. There is no other way to be happy. The same objects will not create happiness for all of you. Each individual, different expectations. And yet, one will have to learn the principles that will make one happy, which will heal the mind. And those principles we again look up to the Devatas. Otherwise, this architecture is not visible. We are stuck with the body and mind, with the Panchakosha. How do we experience it? Muttuvali, Muduguvali. No, knee pain, back pain. Yajna should not be reduced to knee pain, back pain. How long will it take? Because only that is visible. The larger reasoning structure, if it is not visible, all our daily actions, including going to a job, whatever job we perform, gradually what happens? How is the feeling? Misery. Oh, what am I doing? Daily I'm day in, day out I have to go to work. When will I be free? Even children going to school are asking this question. But at least they have a time limit, deadline. They will graduate. But after graduation, for an adult, when is the graduation? In the foreseeable future, it is not visible. How long will the misery continue? So that is not the point. That's why to solve this misery, we need jnana. We need the right understanding of the context in which we are operating. If the context we have not invested in understanding, then the immediate experience, however great it be, passes away. We are on a high, after that, we are not able to sustain that high. So that's why our Shastras, our Rishis, provide us with this architecture which is not visible to everybody. That is Shastra Jnana. So as part of the Yajna, we are contributing to the material growth because it purifies the Pancha Mahabhuta. We contribute to the socio-economic growth also because we combine together and then it spreads everywhere. We contribute to our family and personal growth. Our minds are occupied with at least something better than we regularly do. Otherwise, our minds are not occupied always, they are occupied always with something, some planning, this, that. But gradually we lose the context for which we are living. We are not investing in the context itself. We are investing in only specific activities. And the activity is directed towards the karma phala. What will I get? For example, if we need a mango harvest, if we just focus on mango, will we get mango? No, we will have to nurture the roots. The root is the context for the mango. Like that, the karma phala. Chandamsi yasya parnani. In this bhuloka. The karma phala. All the activities, we have to invest in the context of the activities itself. Because otherwise, gradually, the activities themselves lose meaning and purpose. We start questioning, what am I doing? First, we wanted to get a job. After that, we feel, why am I doing this? Because we have lost the context for which we are doing it. Coming to this bhuloka, we chose to come. But in getting lost in the activities, we have lost the understanding of the context for which we decided to come here. So that's why that context has to be remembered, nurtured, so that each activity is meaningful in our eyes. In our eyes, if it is not meaningful, then it does not provide tripti, fulfillment. Then we start questioning, what am I doing? And we don't get answers. Not so easy. Because we have not nurtured the context. It's like, I'm not getting mango fruit. If we question, then where lies the answers? Next time we will have to nurture the roots by which the fruits are there. Not just by nurturing the fruit. So that is how understanding the architecture that our rishis present helps us grow deeper in our own experience of life. And deepening that is very important for a fulfilling life experience. Because as the Jivatma, what do we need? We don't need anything. We don't bring anything here, we don't take back anything. It is just for a fulfilling life experience that we came. Anubhava, diverse kinds, whatever. Those anubhava are characterized as the Purushartha, Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. Broad categories. What you do is up to you, but broad. But not adharma, because it does not give you fulfilling experience. It takes you away from yourself. Because fundamentally, as the roots, you see different mangoes, but all connected by the same tree, nurtured by the same roots. Similarly, we appear to be different forms, nama rupa, but fundamentally, as we go deeper and higher, we start seeing we are all connected and nurtured by the same roots. The yajna is a process of nurturing those roots, which gives all fruits, all kinds of fruits, which are characterized by dharma, artha, kama, moksha. Whatever you decide, whatever you imagine for yourself, which is suitable for you, you will get through the yajna karya. There is no filtering. And hence be careful what you wish for. Always wish for happiness. For yourself and everybody. Because if you focus on negativity, it will come to you. Because you are nurturing the roots. With our regular activities, we are not nurturing the roots. We are just nurturing the fruit. Polishing it, making it neat, nice. We are enjoying the fruit. But a yajna is nurturing the roots itself. So what you ask for, you will get. Time frame, it will be dependent on various factors. But you will definitely get. So never think of anything negative. That's why lokaha samastah sukhino bhavantu. If you have a genuine problem, ask for clarity. Because all power is within you. You can overcome anything. You are the jiva. You are part of that Paramatma. Why do you hesitate to believe that? Just as we don't hesitate to believe that electricity is what runs in these wires. We don't hesitate to believe because we have just been taught that. Similarly, don't hesitate to believe that you are the divine spark. It is not that I alone am divine, others are not. No. Everything is that divine spark, but you will need to understand much further. And within that context, understand that your activities or actions have consequences. If you are convinced you don't want those kinds of consequences, move away. Take a sankalpa. Move away from that path. That path that leads to lack of health, lack of happiness, creating misery. Again, it's not one action, it is a momentum. So a yajna is a process of nurturing the roots itself, which leads to all kinds of fruits, diverse fruits, the fruits of dharma, filled with auspicious values, which are very important. If they are nurtured, then you will see in such a home there will be health and happiness. Auspicious values. If inauspicious values are nurtured, there will be misery. And how do we nurture auspicious values or inauspicious values? By what we pay attention to on a regular basis. And hence, yajna, we pay attention to the Devata, who is the embodiment of all great values. During the Sahasranama, you would see different kinds of values. As you gradually do it, it will start going in. Gradually, some values will strike. You will see some names will stick to your mind. Meditate on it. Contemplate on it. That's why Sahasranama is provided. 1,000 names are provided. In that, some names will stick to you. Sometimes for a day, sometimes for a week, sometimes for months. It has great value for you. It is not general knowledge. You will have to contemplate on it. Immediately, the answer might not come. The deeper the value, gradually it will release its rasa. You will be soaked in it. You don't need to intellectually understand it. Not everything needs to be intellectualized. So the process of yajna, when we understand this architecture, all our desires are granted. But when we understand the larger context, we will always desire auspiciousness, auspicious values for ourselves, our family, our friends, the nation. That is what we will desire. It is important to desire that. And imbue it with feeling, because feelings matter. With feelings, you believe in that reality. Family is nothing but feelings, mutual feelings for each other. We can always say it's just a few individuals put together. No. The whole is always greater than the sum of parts. It is with prema, love, that bhava, sentiments, feelings, that we are connected with each other as a family. And hence always invoke, pray for health, well-being for the entire family. Gradually that family size will increase. You will see. Vasudhaiva Kudumbakam. And in protecting auspicious values, we also need to protect ourselves from negativity. There are all kinds of forces. Narrow thought process we will have to protect against to nurture good values. And that's why invoking the Ayudha of Murugan becomes very useful. Ayudha is to protect against negative forces, negative values, outside and inside. The whole idea of yajna is what is out there gets reflected in here, and what is in here gets reflected out there. The outer and inner are one spectrum. The object and subject, one spectrum. As we go outward, you will need to go inward as well. As you go inward, you will have to go outward also. It's like matching grants. Then gradually it deepens and expands. Expands and deepens. It's a twin process. Arohana, avarohana. It ascends and descends. Ascension is always inward and upward. Descension is always outward and more objective. This is Arohana, Avarohana. The chakras, it starts blossoming upward. Then it starts blossoming downwards also. Then upwards. It's a cycle. It's an oscillatory dynamic. So that is the power of a yajna, which nurtures all dimensions. In the past few days, we have been looking at various dimensions. Today, we have added more context to it. Deeply introspect on it. Meditate on it. That will give you deeper context for your life itself. When you see purpose and meaning to your own life, that is great power Because then your life has meaning and value. When you are convinced about meaning and purpose and value, that's it. There is no greater power because you are convinced. It's not about the action itself. It's about what you see behind the actions. If you are convinced, that's it. And hence, take a sankalpa to lead a great life. A great life is where you are convinced about the meaning and purpose of your life, your activities. It is not automatic. You will have to invest in it. And that is by connecting with the Devata, who lead great lives. You can study it in the Puranas. You can connect with them. You can connect with the spirit of it. Need not be the form, but the spirit of it. It's highly enlivening. That's how yajnas have always re-enlivened our Sanatana Dharma. Always connecting us with the Devatas, who guide us, who guide humanity on the path of Dharma, for the fulfillment of the Purushartha, Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha, so that we feel fulfilled. Om Murga!